What is up, guys? Let's get right into this epic Bubblicious build. This build consists mainly of ball lightning as your main ability. Every single aspect on your armor should be focused on enhancing its beautiful power. But before doing all of that, we really need to focus on our biggest issue and our biggest struggle with this build: mana. This is way more important than making the ability powerful. Mana OD, or mana how we need you. When you start this build, early levels are a pain in the ass, I'm not going to lie. I said I wasn't going to mention them again, but man, we can't escape their bad decision making at Blizzard. These beautiful people at Blizzard have not made the main aspect of orbiting ball lightning something that you can simply obtain from a dungeon for free. Even at a lower and less powerful role, we have no choice. Nope. The most important thing that you need for this build, you can only get it through luck. A random armor or legendary that may drop in the floor. So if you're very unlucky, it could take a couple of world tiers till you get this aspect. So make sure you're picking all of the legendaries up and reading all of them so that you can extract or use the ability of orbiting lightning, which is what we need for this build. So if you're unlucky like me, I would suggest from the beginning levels to use chain lightning is as effective and can carry you from 1 to 50 very easily. Let's discuss the skill trees.
Let's get started with the skill, guys. So for basic skills, we're gonna have Arc Lash. We're gonna have it enhanced, that way we can swipe twice. And then we're gonna have Firebolt 1 out of 5. The reason we want Firebolt is because we're gonna have it in our enchantment slot, so make sure you have this on. Then we're gonna go to the core skills, and we're not gonna have anything core skills, but we're gonna have does passives, which is devastation, 9 more mana. This is huge. And then we're gonna have this, absolutely important, 3 out of 3. We deal 9% more damage. 9% more damage. This is huge. And then we're gonna go down to defensive skills. We're gonna go all out on defensive skills. We're gonna go for flame shield. We're gonna have enhanced flame shield, and we're gonna have it here, shimmering flame shield, which heals us 50% of our missing lives when we're in need. This is amazing, very important skill. Then we're gonna go to teleport. Amazing skill. You're gonna need it because an armor piece that I'm going to show you in this build requires teleporting, so make sure you have teleport. Make sure you have it enhanced, so that way the cooldowns are reduced. And then we're gonna have shimmering teleport. Teleporting gives you a barrier that reduces 30% of the damage. We do more damage when we have a barrier, and we also take less damage. This is a win-win, guys. So have teleport on this build. Now we're gonna go to glass cannon, have this 8 out of 3. I have 7 out of 3 currently because I haven't been lucky with the rolls, but trust me, have this 8 out of 3. It's gonna be epic, it's gonna be amazing. Then we're gonna go to ice armor. Make sure you have ice armor. The reason why we want ice armor, not only because it protects you, but also because of this thing right here, enhanced ice armor. Your mana regeneration is increased by 25% every time you're wearing ice armor, and trust me, you're gonna need it. This extra point that I have over here, you can spend it somewhere else. To be honest with you, it's not that important. Then we're gonna go to elemental attunement. The reason why we have 1 point here and not 3 out of 3 is very simple. It's because this is every 10 seconds. So even if I put 3 out of 3 here and we get 15% chance to reset the cooldown of one of the defensive skills, it still takes 10 seconds to have it on. So it's not worth to have 3 out of 3 here. It's only worth to have 1 out of 3, trust me. And then we're gonna go to conjuration skills. Conjuration skills, we're not gonna have anything here, but we're gonna have the passives. We're gonna have precision magic 3 out of 3. Everything we're doing is lucky hit. We get regen back with lucky hit. We get damage buffs with lucky hit. We get everything with lucky hit. And other than that, we're gonna go to a line of the elements. We're gonna have 1 out of 3 here. And then we're gonna have mana shield 1 out of 3 as well. We don't need that much armor because I got other skills in my armor sets that will buff us up. And then this have 3 out of 3 because we get a barrier, and every time we have a barrier, we do more damage to the enemies. Next, we're gonna go over to our mastery skills, and our mastery skills, we're gonna have the inner flames. The reason we want inner flames is because we don't care about inner flames, we care about this up here. We want devouring blaze. 3 out of 3 here. We do 21% increased critical strike damage against burning enemies, which we have it with the firebolt, the very basic skill that I had all the way at the beginning. Now with this thing, we do 21% damage to any type of enemy that is burning right now. So this is huge, and the bonus is also increased by 30 if they're immobilized, meaning we're gonna have the enemy stunned, so we're doing 30% damage. This is huge. This is a damage buff. Make sure you have 3 out of 3 here. Then for our mastery skill, we're gonna go with ball lightning. This is the King of Kings right here. And we're gonna have 9 out of 5. We're gonna have it enhanced, so that way we do 200% of your attack. It's a speed bonus, it's amazing. And then we're gonna have Wizard's Ball Lightning, so that way we have a chance to create crackling energy. We need crackling energy, and this is why we need it. So we're gonna have 3 out of 3 here for a chance, a 15% chance, on top of what I already showed you before, to create more crackling energy. Trust me, we need crackling energy, and the reason we need it is because of this thing down here. Upon absorbing crackling energy, you gain 12 mana. Have this 3 out of 3. This is huge. This is gonna be your mana booster. Then we're gonna go to our ultimate skills. We're gonna go for the King of Kings, Unstable Currents. We're gonna have it enhanced all the way, and we're gonna have it Supreme Unstable Currents. This is the best skills for bosses, for elites, for high density mobs. This is gonna destroy everything in your path. It has a long cooldown, 70 seconds, but it's worth it. And then we're gonna go down here to Cursing Currents. We're gonna have 3 out of 3 for the 3% critical strike damage. Then we're gonna go to Electrocution. Enemies deal 5% less damage. We don't need 3 out of 3 because our armor is gonna help us have more defense, and we're gonna be able to survive. Trust me, guys. And then we're gonna go down to Convulsions. We're gonna have 3 out of 3 here for a chance, a 9% chance to stun enemies. This is huge because we do like 70, 80, 100% more damage to stun enemies. Have 3 out of 3. Then we're gonna go to our key passives. Key passives, this is King of Kings, Beard's Mastery. Close enemies take 15% increased damage from your chalk skills. Everything that we're killing is gonna be in our radar, super close. And then they also deal 20% less damage to us. This is amazing. Now, for the enchantment skills, guys, we're gonna go for the Firebolt, and the reason why is because we're gonna have it here because of the burning damage that we're doing. So the more burning that we're doing, the more damage that we're doing. Trust me, this is gonna make a big difference, and we do 30% more damage to immobilize and burning enemies anyways. So have this on. And then we're gonna go all the way to Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning is amazing because the enchantment effect is a lucky hit chance, which we have a lot of lucky hit in our build, and it gives you a chance to have another one without free of charge, no mana, just to be able to summon another one out of pure luck. This is amazing. It's gonna summon you 2 or 3 ball lightnings when you're using it. So this is it for the skills. We're gonna go right into the armor sets. This is gonna be amazing. You guys are gonna enjoy it. All right, guys, so for the armor sets, we're gonna have Adventure's Helmet of Disobedience. And the reason why is because of the whopping 29.2% total armor. That means that it gives us at least 1,000 more armor in our build. We highly need it. The Shadow of Resistance, I don't care that much for, but we also have 1,108 maximum health. Remember, this is by rolls, so you can get lucky and unlucky. I have been pretty lucky with this one. Then we also have 9 more mana, which I didn't get lucky on this roll. So you can see 8 to 20. I wish it was 20, but oh well, it's what I got to work with. Then on the imprinted aspect, okay, this is really important to have, guys. This is the most important aspect for defense that you can have on your build right now. You gain 1% increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage, but it stacks up to 60%. So that means that my armor right now is 6,860. So if I attack like 10 guys, it can go all the way up to 60, which means that my armor will be at 10,000. A lot of defense there, a lot of survivability. Then we're gonna go down to Raiment of the Infinite. This is what I was talking about, guys. The teleporting, super important, super OP. Is the most important skill that we can have on right here. So we're gonna have Raiment of the Infinite, obviously with the best rolls that you can get. 51 intelligence, 32.3% damage to close enemies. We're always gonna have close enemies, so it's amazing. 33% to stun enemies. We're also gonna have everybody stunned. And we're gonna have 2 ranks of Glass Cannon, which is the max that we can get on this specific chest. We want this. After using a teleport, close enemies are pulled to you and stunned for 2.7. So we're stunning, we're doing more damage to stun, and we have more glass cannon, so we can duplicate that damage. But the cooldown is increased by 20%. No big deal. It's not that bad. Then for the jewels, I use maximum life. That's what I use on the armor set. That way I have more maximum life, to be honest. For the gloves, right? What we're looking for the gloves is attack speed. We're looking for the highest attack speed that we can get. This is not the best gloves, but make sure you got something with attack speed on, guys. Then we have 27% lightning critical damage. Amazing. We're doing lightning damage. 14% lucky hit chance. We need this on the gloves too. Try to get something that has lucky hit chance that increases your lucky hit. And then look at this. Lucky hit has to up to a 5% chance to restore 13% primary resource. That's another thing that grants us mana, guys. We need everything that helps us with our mana regen. Then on the imprinted, we deal 23% more increased damage while we have a barrier active, which is 150% of the time that we're playing the game. Now we're gonna go down to the Mage Lord's Warlock leg plates. The reason why I have this leg plate is simply because of the 4 ranks of ball lightning. Everything else I don't care. But something nice that I do see here is the 15% damage reduction from close enemies. That's pretty cool. Dexterity, I don't care that much for dexterity, but the imprinted, it's amazing because this stacks with the other defensive skills from the Helpman that I should show you. The Pierce Mastery, so whenever we get the Mastery active, this key passive also grants 9% damage reduction, so I got the best roll on damage reduction for every close enemy, up to 27%. So our armor is giving us 66%, and this one is giving us 27. Combine the two of them, we have like 90 something armor. So that means that we're gonna have 90% more than whatever we have right now in the armor, okay? So have this on, trust me, it is going to make a difference. For the shoes, well, you know, the speedy shoes is the best. Issue heirlooms, this is the best slot that you can have. There's nothing better than this. 23% movement speed, amazing. You can have a higher roll. The max is 26, but then we also have 24 movement speed for killing an elite, and then 22% critical strike damage, amazing. 7% mana reduction, really good, and then critical strike chance is increased by 22% for your movement speed, which you're also gonna have with the boots. Amazing combo. That has an amazing combo. Then for the staff, I have the gravitational seer staff. The reason why I have this is because the lightning critical strike damage, we have 43% mastery skill. Look how insane that is, and I can even boost it even more if I get lucky with the rolls. We have 51 damage to slow enemies. They're stunned, they're slowed, so we're doing 51% more damage to them. 70% damage to stun, so that's, I'm not sure if that adds up to 51 plus the 70, but I assume it does because they're different type of damage. And then imprinted ball lightning, this is the most important thing for your attack in the armor. Ball lightning orbits around you and deals 42% increased damage. We could have this up to 50. It's insane, guys. It's really insane. Have this always on your weapon. And then we're gonna have it imprinted. We're gonna have the emeralds. We're gonna have emeralds for increased critical strike damage. It's always good to have. Then we're gonna have the chain of inner calm, 19% movement speed, stacking up with the boots. 28% ultimate skill damage, insane amount of damage with the ultimate, trust me. Then 16.7 damage reduction from burning enemies. We're always gonna have them burning, so that's another defense buff that we have there, passive defense buff. Then we're gonna have 2 ranks of the glass cannon, amazing. I wish I could have gotten the roll that has 3, that would have been my max. And then imprinted deal 15% increased damage for each second you stand still, up to 30%. A lot of people don't like this skill because they say that the sorcerer is always moving. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is a complete build. This is not a build for crowd control and not bossing. This build has crowd control, bossing, a lot of defense, a lot of damage. It has everything in one. This is like a full package on one single build. You don't have to switch anything up. You can have this, and look at me, I'm 85 and I'm doing tier 50s, tier 51s, and I'm running through them, and they're like level 100 and something. So trust me, have this on, and the reason why I have this on is because of the bosses. The bosses, since we're gonna be killing them so fast, we're barely gonna be moving. And this thing, I'm dealing 15% more damage, up to 30% more damage per second that I stand still. So in 1 second, I can have 30% more damage just by standing still. Man, this is a no-brainer. Then we're gonna go for Prodigy's Band. The reason we want this because of the cooldown restores 25 mana. This is really good. On the rings, we should focus on getting mana back, but it also has some decent stuff like 14 maximum mana, 16% resource regen, which we need, 28 burnable damage, 28 lightning critical strike damage. It has a couple of good stuff in there. You know, one out of the 4 things is bad, so it's a really good ring. Then Incendiary Band. The reason why we want this is because of the damage from the firemen. These skills have a lucky hit chance of 14% to restore 10 mana. We're always going to be burning the enemy, so it's luck, you know. If you're lucky, you'll get it. If not, that's it. But I am playing on luck on this build. Then 21% lightning damage. We have 15% damage over time. It's really good with the build. And then 42% damage to injure enemies. We're gonna be injuring them enemies from time to time with the ultimate. And then 5% lucky hit chance increase. This is amazing, guys. More lucky hit. Okay, so this is the armor set, guys. In total, we have 9,412 attack power. When we're standing still, when we're moving, it's less. It's like 8,000. And then for armor, it's 6,860. But when we take damage, it's like 10,000 to 11,000. And the health is 7,544. I can still work on it. But this is the armor piece. Trust me, guys. I destroy everything with this armor pieces. Trust me. Get this. Use ball lining. You're gonna have a blast. All right, guys, so for Season of Blood, we're gonna want on the Vampiric Powers Resilience. It gives you 1% damage reduction for every 2.5 life that you're missing. This is incredible. It's gonna stack with all the barriers. It's gonna stack with all of the defense buffs that you have. You need this, right? So it's pretty good. Don't consider Vampiric Powers as something that you're always gonna have on. This is like a passive that you're gonna have on. You are gonna notice it, but it's not gonna be like there constantly. The next one that I have is Domination. You deal 18% increased damage to enemies who are stunned. Guess what? Everybody's stunned when we're killing them. And then Ravenous, of course, up to a 20% chance to increase your attack speed by 30%. You're gonna feel like a literal god when this thing is active. Then we have the Prey on the Weak. It's pretty good, and it causes Vampiric Curse, and it also deals more damage to vulnerable enemies. So it's really good to have that. I also have Bathing Blood. I'm not sure how to use this one, to be honest with you. I'm still learning a little bit about the Vampiric powers, but it sounded cool, so I just have it. My point is, guys, on the Vampiric powers, just choose something that you think that looks cool, that sounds fun to be having, and don't focus too much on the effects because they're gonna be passives. It's not like Malignant Hearts or anything like that. But this is it for the Vampiric powers that I currently have equipped, guys. All right, guys, so this is gonna be me in action against some really high level elites and enemies. I just want you to see how I am playing the build, okay? So we're gonna activate this dungeon over here, this level 56, and we're gonna do a level 56 dungeon at level 85 right now. That's how confident I am of this build. So we're gonna go kill enemies that are potentially like level 120, and I'm level 85, okay? So I just want you guys to see it in action. I'm gonna show you how to play the build. You're gonna see me. If I die, you know I'm gonna show you that I died. I haven't played level 56. This is the first time I'm playing it, and I'm doing it live. So take a look. I am destroying everything there. Level 110. Whatever's killing me is the rock. What's attacking and killing me is the rock. But everything else you see is dying besides my foot. Like, take a look at this, guys. Take a look at this shit. Look how fast I am killing this mox right here. Obviously, I gotta escape the rock. I got a bad A6 on this one. But take a look at this. Take a look. And I just want to see my armor real quick. 10,000, as you can see it right there. 10,000 that I have armor just for having enemies close by. But I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna complete the dungeon. I'm gonna kill the boss in the dungeon so you guys can see it. I am doing 110. I don't have any elixirs on. It's just me and my abilities. Take a look at this, guys. Take a look how I shred this, guys. Look at this. Look at that. Look how fast I kill this elite. Look how fast I kill this one. This build is super powerful. You gotta know how to use it. If you don't use it, and try to teleport as much as you can, you know? Try to use the teleport. Try to use everything that you have towards your advantage. Like, take a look at this. For example, this is not a high density. Okay, this is high density. I have some, so I'm using my ultimate right here. But take a look, because I have a couple of elites. But look how fast I am turning the elites. Obviously, I got fear on, and I got killed by the stone. But it's not the enemies that are actually killing me. I am destroying it. The apex happened that I got feared, and the apex was there. You can die. You're not invincible with this build. That's what I'm trying to tell Blizzard, that you are not unstoppable. You get me? You can still die. You got to be careful with everything. But man, I am doing a dungeon that I'm not even supposed to be doing right now. This is supposed to be for like level 90s, level 91 or something like that. I'm doing it at level. Take a look at this. Take a look how I'm shredding them. I am shredding them. Look at this. Look at this. They all just die by me just walking towards them. Look at all of this damage that I'm doing right here, guys. Look at all of this. Elite. They don't matter. It doesn't matter if they're an elite. It doesn't matter. Take a look at this guy, for example. He has a shield. The shield couldn't stand my fucking ball lining. And it's fun, man. It's fun because you're on top of the enemies. You don't gotta stay hiding. You don't gotta do anything. You just gotta walk towards them. Look, I'm picking the stone. I'm confident that they're not gonna kill me because I got armors on. And look, I'm just gonna pick the stone up. I'm not doing anything. Look how they just die by me just passing around and walking towards them. So obviously we gotta have a lot of defense because of the apex in the dungeons, but man, this build shreds. So I'm gonna complete the dungeon for you guys. Obviously I'm taking my time with this. I could do it faster, but I want to take my time so you guys could see it. Look at that. That could kill me in one hit. I'm telling you. That stone, doesn't matter what level you are, could kill you in one fucking hit. That's one apex that I really hate. I wish it did not exist. I wish Blizzard took it out of this game. That's one thing that I hate from this freaking game. Look at that. But that's why I got my... man, fuck.
I need time to prepare.
Stupid apex, bro. It's right there where I need to pick up my shit. I swear to God, man, I swear to God, I hate this apex. Like, oh my God, pick up the freaking thing, man. Okay, thank God. Okay. But you can see how fast I walk with the boots. You really need to be super fast, you know, in Nightmare Dungeon, especially if you're gonna play with other people around. You want to be fast so you can keep up and you can kill the boss as soon as you can. Let's see what we need to do. Oh, we need to kill everything in the dungeon. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Look at this, guys. Look how he shreds all of the elites. All of the elites were dead. Look at this elite. Dead. They're 120, guys. This world tier 4, 120. I am 85. Look at this. Look how fast I kill this thing. Look at the red dots disappearing in the freaking map. Now, sometimes, like for example, this was a bad time because I didn't have my currents up, you know, and for that high of a density, you gotta be really careful. You gotta have the unstable currents. You gotta have that, the ultimate ability when you have those high mob densities. Like this one right here, I still don't have it. I'm still killing them. Look, that's how effective this thing is. Look at this. Ballistas, you can't escape the fucking ballistas. If they get you, you're still fucked. But that's any class, you get me? Like if the ballista hits you, man, you're done for. It doesn't matter what you are, doesn't matter if you're a fucking druid, doesn't matter what you are. The Paragon points, guys, I'm not gonna show you the Paragons because the thing is that I don't feel that I have a really good Paragon. I feel embarrassed. There's a lot of people that play this build that have done Paragons, and I feel that I am a low, you know, I'm not a big content creator, and I don't want to mislead you guys. I can show you at the end if you guys want to see it. I will show you my Paragons, but like I said, I'm not a big streamer, guys. I hope you forgive me for the quality of the video that I am making, and I hope you can forgive me. You know, I hope that you can forgive my quality of video making. But I just wanted to show you how much fun I'm having with this build, and I think that we got to give credit when credit is due to Blizzard. Look at this, level 110. And he couldn't stand it. Just dead. Well, guys, this is it for the build. I did die. I wanted to show the deaths so you could see that you can still die in the dungeon. Mostly, if you die in the dungeon, it's mostly because you're eating shit. Like right now, I'm eating shit. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not focusing on the dungeon that much. But just me chilling and talking to you guys, I was doing the dungeon and I was shredding everything. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. You learned something. If you guys recommend me something, please comment down in the chat. I'm a cool streamer. I am a cool guy, you know. So if you guys want to advise me on something that you think that I may have done wrong, please comment down below. I want to learn like you guys. I want to be better in Diablo. I have a clan. If you guys want to join the clan, you can comment down below, Legion Renegades, and I will gladly get you into the clan, and you can show me your moves. I can show you my moves. Let's create a beautiful community in Diablo 4. I think the game is great right now. Season 2 has been a success to me. A lot of people are saying that D4 is bad. D4 is not bad. I promise you right now, D4 is pretty good, and you're going to have a good time. Please come back, play with us. And you're invited to my clan, okay, guys? So I'm gonna show you my Paragons for those who want to actually see the Paragons. So this is my Paragons right now. As you can see, it's a mess. So I started here. I went all this way to the side, and then I don't even know how to show you the boards, but this is the way that I went. This was my first one. I went this way, then I kind of went this way, then I went this way to the right. Basically, I'm focusing, let me show you. Basically, I'm focusing on lightning damage. I am focusing on critical strike damage here, focusing on non-physical damage because that's, excuse me, that's what we're mostly doing. Focusing on things like this, damage to elites, little things that you can figure out by yourself. 30% damage to stun enemies, so 12% non-physical. I'm just showing you what you should be looking for. Damage to stun enemies. Now I'm trying to get attack speed, so I'm working my way this way. But then I will probably go this way because there's another 10% non-physical damage again. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Take care until the next one, boys. Till the next one.